What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit that like, sub to the channel if you're not a member of the channel, and also hit them notifications too, okay? Now, Klay Thompson is set to return to, well, he's cleared for full practices, and uh, that's that is with speculation now, okay? Now, a lot of people are anxious to see how he look. You know what I'm saying? Now, Steve Kerr had came out and had already said that, you know what I'm saying, they denied the report that Thompson was cleared for for practices. But this is this is what my question is though, okay? Because he people are anticipating him coming back. I know I am. I'm anticipating him coming back, and I'm anxious to see how he looks. You know what I'm saying, and how he's going to gel with the team, being that they're flourishing right now in the number one spot in the NBA. Now, even though the report has been denied, my question is how he's going to look when he comes back. Now, people are expecting him to just automatically come back and just hit the ground running and everything. I'm not expecting that. I think that it's going to take him a minute to get going because here's how I feel about everything, right? You can play like pickup basketball. I mean, you could do running. Really, really like this really is subjected mainly to just working out, right? You could ride a bike and you could, lift weights and you could jog and you could do all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you can even, play like, pickup game and stuff like that. But you're not gonna know how you truly are until you actually get into a real officiated game and a real NBA game, you know, in order to get things going and stuff because it is different. Now you could you always simulate everything, but it's really not the same, and it's gonna take him a minute to get back to where he was because we like I was saying earlier in the Sean Porter video. Salute to you, B. More. I see you in the building. Um, you can, I mean, you could do all of that stuff, but you still have to actually play, and it's not an overnight thing. He had two very, I mean, I'm talking about crucial injuries. We're talking about an ACL, or we're talking about a knee, and we're talking about the Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So, those are things that everybody just doesn't really bounce back from, right away. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen like that. But I'm looking for Klay to come right in and be a good fit. I want him to come back and eventually be back to that two-way player that he was, uh, at the pinnacle of everything. You know, um, he'll be an added help. And I'm gonna tell everybody like this too. With the addition of Wiseman and the addition of Klay Thompson, they're gonna be a super dangerous team, more so than what they are right now. You said he would be hell of a player off the bench until he worked back into the rotation. Yeah, I can agree with that. Now, most people most people are already like when you say something like that, be more people freak out if you say something like that to them because they're like, "Oh, he's not a bench player." Da, 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 da. What you gonna throw him into the starting lineup after him not being out for more than a year? No, you're not gonna do that. Absolutely not. You're not gonna throw him into the starting lineup. You got to work him in there, and he's probably gonna be on some minutes restriction. You know, so and everybody see that's the stage of see that's the state of society that we live in right now. Everybody microwave. They want you to automatically. They want you to break an ankle and come right back and then automatically score 50 points. And it just don't work like that. I'm sorry, people. It just don't work like that. And then, of course, if Klay is not playing good, you already know that the people are, the media is gonna already try to push the narrative that he's done and he doesn't have a lot left and all this other stuff. When of course they don't know that it takes a good amount of time for you to get back to where you were. I see him. I would say it would take Klay. It's not going to be this year. I could tell you that right now. It's not going to be this year. And if he does, hey, somebody might prove me wrong. It's going to take a minute. Now we're not talking about the type of injury that some of these other guys had, where you just now starting to see them get back to what they were. You know what I'm saying? But Klay, I believe that he'll eventually regain because I mean he's still young. Now he's not what you would say in the age range of a spring chicken or anything. And then also he's got a lot of mileage on his body. He got a lot of mileage on his body. All those runs to the championship. Yeah, he's 31, but he got mileage on his body as if he's like, 30, 35, 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he moves like that or anything, but he's been playing competitive basketball for what? Shoot, damn near, a decade straight, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, non-play because, he's been in the league. What? Let's see. He's been in the league. Let's see. Because he came in in 2011. Yeah, a decade plus. Yeah, he came in 2011. I had it right. He came in and he's been playing. He was in the league. 7 plus years. Now, if you wanna count, the last couple years or whatever. You know what I'm saying, because he's had the injuries or whatever. But this would have been his uh his 10th year. You know what I'm saying? This would have been his. This will be his 10th year if he plays. Now you can't count, 2019 and of course 2020. You can't count those years because he didn't play. But I mean, he's been playing competitive basketball, through what a whole stretch throughout the from 2012 up until 2018. He's been playing competitive basketball. That's a lot of mileage. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they were doing their thing. They was always either in the championship, in the championship or going deep in the playoffs, of course. So that's the type of mileage that he has on his body. But I'm looking for him to come back, man. I enjoy watching him play. I think really he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. There's a lot of people that even were advocates of Klay Thompson being in the NBA 75, which I wouldn't even be able to argue. I wouldn't even argue that. Only thing is that when you look at, certain accolades that he probably lacks, like an MVP or, finals MVP, things of that nature, and other things. But Klay Thompson is very valuable to that team. I enjoy watching him play. He's, like I said, he's my favorite guy on the Warriors. It's no knock to Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? I think Steph Curry's phenomenal, but you can't have one without the other. Yeah, Klay Thompson. I mean, Steph Curry. He's just now starting to, do his thing without Klay Thompson and everything. But it took him a little bit, and it's an adjustment period, just like with anybody else. When you don't have your backcourt running mate, and you play with him for for that long, it's a big adjustment period because then you got to learn. You have to learn other guys' games, and then you going through different guys. You know what I'm saying? Switching out. Stuff like that. And I know that Klay Thompson. He could play the two or the three. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's phenomenal about him. Klay Thompson. Now everybody wants. Oh, well, he can't handle the rock like Steph Curry and all this other stuff. Look, that's not what he's there for. He's not there to be crossing the shit out of everybody and stuff like that. No, he's not there for that. He's there to be a reliable shooter, scorer as well. You know what I'm saying? Because he can score. He can dribble, but he's not gonna wow you with a whole bunch of dazzling handles and stuff like that. That's not his game. It's pretty much what you see is what you get. It's straight simple. Look, I'm just gonna catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna defend, and I'm gonna play 9 times out of 10. I'm gonna play or guard the opposing team's best player, or at least the top three players each and every night. And that's what you depended on Clay for. And that's why I like him. He was automatic too. And he clutch too. He come up big in ball games too, in the playoffs and stuff. A lot of people don't understand that. So you need a guy like Klay Thompson. You know, you need a guy like Klay Thompson. And this is another thing too. It's going to be interesting to see how things are going to work out now that Andrew Wiggins he's really came in, and pretty much he, Steph Curry has brought the best out of Andrew Wiggins. And I give a little bit of credit to Draymond too. They're letting Andrew Wiggins know, okay, this is how championship basketball must be played. And that's what he's been doing. He's came in, he's been more aggressive because Andrew Wiggins is averaging 18 and 4 right now. You know what I'm saying? Now he's always been a 20-point scorer for the most part for his career, with the exception of 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he in 2015 he was at 20, then 2016 23. You know what I'm saying? And then in 2019 he was averaging about a dub. But you know what I'm saying? He's always been around that 20 points. But this season he's averaging 18. He's averaging 18, but his 18 is impactful. If that makes any sense, it's really impactful. You know what I'm saying? And he's been putting up big numbers too. This season, he had one game where he was at 27. Had another game, damn near 40 points. He was at 35. Andrew Wiggins is really giving it to guys. You know what I'm saying? He's giving guys the business, man. He's really playing that championship caliber basketball that needs to be played. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that dynamic's gonna work out. Are they gonna move Andrew Wiggins somewhere else? I'm talking about within the team. Are they gonna move him on the bench if Klay starts getting back to what he was? That's gonna be interesting to see. I think that's a dynamic that's gonna be interesting to see. So y'all let me know what you think. Leave your comments, like this video, share it, subscribe, and also hit the notifications. Until then, man, Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.